Breaking news, according to my source, WB wants a full fan service roster. Now, they're doing that to increase the sales of Mortal Kombat 12. Now, what I have here that I have for you guys is the entire roster, which you can tell by the title of this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the roster. Now, the first person we have on the list, which is no surprise at all, is Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is one of the first people on this list here that they're looking to kind of do some tweaks and turns to. Just to give you a little quick backstory, Johnny Cage character has received fantastic development in Mortal Kombat 11, which is the reason why Ed Boon and them want to continue to build on Johnny Cage. As you saw, Johnny Cage went from being a funny and comedy character to being older, more serious, and more experienced, but still being able to kind of have his little Johnny Cage edge, you know? So Johnny Cage has some really good character development, and they're looking to continue to build on that. Next, Liu Kang. Liu Kang being on the Mortal Kombat 12 roster is completely a no-brainer, so this should be no surprise to you guys at all. Except the only difference is he will be Fire God Liu Kang, but you still will be able to get the regular classic traditional Liu Kang. And I'm also told by my source that we will be getting a classic MK Liu Kang skin where he has the black pants without the headband. That's from what I hear. Now, the next person on this list is none other than your boy Reptile. Reptile is making his massive debut return to the Mortal Kombat franchise after being absent for quite some time. Now, Reptile is completely redesigned. I'm talking about they put so much money into his ASIC and so much into his moveset, his dialogue, everything. Reptile, for the first time in a long time, is going to be a top tier character. Now, remember I told you this, Reptile is a broken character in Mortal Kombat 12. Don't worry, I'm going to be doing a separate video on Reptile, how broken he is. We'll go over the moves and all of that stuff because I got all of that juiciness for you. Now, the next person on the list, this is also a no-brainer, is Scorpion, aka Hanzo Habachi. Or I should say Hanzo Hasashi. Hasashi. Damn. I said hibachi. I think I want some hibachi for lunch tonight, guys. Let me know. Should I get hibachi? Put that in the comment section below. Anyway, let's continue on with the roster. Scorpion is up here, and guess what? We will be getting that Scorpion skin that we were promised in Mortal Kombat 11. Now, I will tell you this. Not delivering that skin, according to my source, really bothered Ed Boon because he does not like to lie to the fans. Now, I know a lot of you probably scratching your head like, dude, Ed Boon's a master troll. He lies to us all the time. Well, no, this is different because he showed something in a product that was not delivered, you know, and technically, if we get technical, they actually can be sued for false advertisement. So that is something to think about. In America, you can sue anybody at any time for any reason. They promised us that skin or insinuated that we would get that skin and we did not get it. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen, and I'm surprised nobody actually sued them for it. You hear about cases all the time about people suing McDonald's because they didn't have enough fries in their bag or something like that and winning large amounts of money. Those type of things actually happen in America. Now, the next person on this list should be a no surprise, Sonya Blade. Sonya Blade returns, and we all know Sonya is going to be as deadly as ever. And I'm also told by my source that Sonya will be adapting more of a militarized police presence is what's going to happen with her, giving her status. That's what's going to happen here. Sub-Zero. Not only will Sub-Zero be returning to the franchise, we are going to be getting that classic Sub-Zero skin of him having no sleeves with the little cut on his eye. It's going to be fantastic. Now, I am told that the options for multiple Sub-Zeros are a possibility. Now, you have Grandmaster Sub-Zero, which is one of the very first Sub-Zeros. He's like the great grandfather or something. And then you have Sub-Zero's brother. And then you have the actual Sub-Zero. So there's a lot of room for improvements and things in that area as to what they can do with the Sub-Zero character. But I am told they're going to be having some fun with that. Now, the next person on this list is also not a surprise. It's the big boss, Jax. Jax is definitely coming back, and I'm told Jax is getting a complete redesign. I don't understand why they keep redesigning Jax. He's a pretty simple character. I do think they can do more with him, but we will be getting some classic moves back from Jax. So since they're taking out a good amount of gun characters from Mortal Kombat 12, Jax will be able to get his machine gun back, and I'm also told that Jax is looking to get his piston punch back. Now, for those of you who don't remember what the piston punch is, it's when Jax does that move. Now, if I have time, I'll pop it up here on the screen. Actually, what I'm probably going to do is, before I even release this video, I'm going to put more detail into this video to actually show clips and pictures of all the characters, so that way you guys can be fully invested. So this video is going to be late as hell by the time you see it. It might even be 2 o'clock in the morning. It might be 8 a.m. the next time you see it, or 11 p.m. the next night you see it. But I just wanted you to know that's how much I care about you guys, to put details into it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that Jax video up here on your screen. As you see right now that's playing, this is the piston punch by Jax. And this right here is Jax's gun move right here. Now, if I was able to find the clips, then you saw them. If not, it's the reason why you didn't see anything. So getting these classic costumes back is just going to be fantastic, especially by having these characters return. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. Now, the next character on this list is Kentaro. Now, Kentaro is definitely on this list, and he also have possible pre-order bonus beside it. That's what I'm being told by my source. So you want to keep in mind, we may be getting Kentaro. I say this much here. We had Shiva in one game. We had Shiva MK11. We had Goro and MKX. And then I think we had, who was the other dude? We had, what, Kentaro MK9? Was he MK9? I think he was barely playable, or he was just playable in a tower and they later added him or something. Correct me in the comment sections below, because I haven't played MK9 in years. But Kentaro will be making his return. He's getting fully redesigned. He is the boss of brutality. That's his thing. That's what they're running with. The boss of brutality. The author of pain is what they're running with. Now, right after Kentaro, we have no other than Kitana Khan. Now, Kitana Khan will be she will be making a return to Mortal Kombat. That's not a no-brainer. That's definitely a no-brainer based on how Mortal Kombat 11 ended. But I am told that Liu Kang and Kitana's child is supposed to be making an appearance in story mode. How true that is, we're gonna have to wait and see to find out. Now, I'm told the introduction to this character will be more along the lines of time travel, kind of like how Trunks went back in time, just for us to find out that Vegeta's his father. So a situation like that is from what I'm seeing. So we just got to play the game to find out. The next person on this list is the Smoke Dog. We got Smoke, aka Enenra. Now, Smoke will be in this game. However, he will be operating as Enenra. Enenra is like a Japanese demon or dragon or something like that. It has a Japanese background to it. So for those of you that don't know, they are looking to introduce power levels into the Mortal Kombat verse, which is the reason why you was able to see things like, let's say, Liu Kang go into Fire God Liu Kang, and the way you was able to see Kronika power up all these characters, you know, get them powered up to the point where they had the power of Kronika. You know how they wear the white suit with the eyes glowing and stuff like that. That's a massive power up that they do want to follow up on or whatever. Now, the person next on this list is the Great Kung Lao. Now, the Great Kung Lao is also a no-brainer. He has pre-order bonus besides his name also, meaning that it's either going to be one of these characters. So anytime I mention pre-order bonus, these are some of the characters that they have in mind for pre-order bonus that has not been solidified. That's something they usually solidify towards the end of the campaign. Sometimes they do it at the beginning, but the majority of the time it's solidified towards the end or whatever. So with that being said, the next person on this list is Noob Saibot. Now, Noob Saibot returned on this list because he's requested by high and popular fan demand. That's something I'm gonna have to see for myself, because I think Noob Saibot should sit out and they should let somebody else get a turn. But that's probably only because he kept shooting me with that little ghost ball and doing that dumbass tackle. So that's probably the only reason why I'm saying that. Now, I can fully confirm with 100% guarantee that one of the chameleons, if not both, will be remaking their return to the Mortal Kombat franchise. Now, they both have backstories that is going to be retconned and expanded on. So the male chameleon, his backstory is basically he was a general, like he worked for Shao Kahn or something like that during his era. And the female's backstory is Shao Kahn killed her people, you know, killed and enslaved her people, and she's supposed to be related to the reptile race. That's what's supposed to happen there. Now, Next on this list is Cyrex. Now, Cyrex being next on this list, Cyrex is definitely a monster. He's a beast. They found so many things that they can do with his moveset, his characters, and this guy is just a slaughterhouse of a monster like he's always been. When I tell you this guy is broken, he is a broken character. Simple as that. The next person on this list is Ermac. Ermac is also a broken character due to the amount of telekinesis powers that is used on his character in Mortal Kombat 12. So I cannot wait for you guys to see where they going with that. Now, after Ermac, you got your boy Motaro. Motaro is definitely over here under the pre-order list bonus. I'm curious to see how they're going to pull something like that off. They've had more than enough time. They had since, I think, what, 2019? They had since 2019 to be working on Motaro. They was able to get the Collector done. The Collector was one of the hardest characters for them to make, and they managed to pull it off. And he had multiple arms. So I'm pretty sure they can pull this off too. Now, the next one is a no-brainer. This one is female Nightwolf. The female Nightwolf will be here. The mantle will be picked up by a female player, but that's not to say you can't switch over to the male avatar of Nightwolf for those Nightwolf fans out there. So, next on this list is, of course, your boy Sector. And Sector is definitely returning to the MK franchise. When I tell you them flamethrowers, them rockets, and that underground punch, don't worry. It's all there to annoy you. When I tell you these cyborgs are top tier, they are top tier. So believe me when I tell you that. Next on the list is Striker. Now that Striker is back on the list, Striker is going nowhere. Now, I did tell you guys I had an update for you guys on the Striker and John Cena situation, so you want to stay tuned for that video. Now, there is a deal that's still currently going on in place as further negotiations how to move forward, so stay tuned for that video about Striker / John Cena. But to speak directly on Striker and not John Cena, just for the sake of this video, is that Striker will be returning, and the reason he set out the previous game is because of the Black Lives Matter, the police brutality, and things of that nature that was going on at the time. And basically having a cop beat the brakes out of Jax and having it go viral was not going to be beautiful for the game to see at all. You know, that would have got a lot of bad light on that, because look at what happened with Jax in story mode. They had Jax go back in time to stop slavery, which was stupid. You should have never put that in the game, because in my opinion, you're just pushing slavery on. Stop talking about it, erase it, and make a better history. Stop teaching our people how we were slaves. Don't nobody care. Put the information there for us to figure it out if we want to know about it, but don't discourage us and allow us to move forward so that we can have better lives and develop different mindsets. When you tell somebody they're doomed and they've always been doomed from the beginning of time, it's very uninspiring to do anything with your life when you feel like you're doomed from the beginning. But anyway, let's get back to the roster. Quan Chi. Quan Chi makes his infamous return for his villainous ways. He will be back. When I tell you this man got like 100 felony charges for murder, attempted murder, and all types of stuff, he is definitely coming back, and he bringing all the demons he can bring with him. So I definitely look forward to seeing Quan Chi make a return. We already know this man is going to be hell, and yes, his skull move is fully returning. Now, a new character that will be making a debut into the Mortal Kombat series, at least on console, for the first time. Is this the first time? Correct me in the comment sections below, but Serena is going to be making her debut in Mortal Kombat 12. If I'm not mistaken, I believe she was in Armageddon. I think Serena was in Armageddon, but I really don't count her being in Armageddon if she was, because Armageddon was just a whole bunch of characters that just had a whole bunch of moves. None of them characters had any depth at all. It was just, they didn't even have a fatality system, so I don't even count that as a real Mortal Kombat appearance, if I'm being honest. Let me pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below real quick. Do you think Serena's appearance in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, if she was there, was a countable appearance? Because I don't think so at all. I just don't think so. Okay, so next person on this list is Lord Shinnok, you insignificant piece of scum. Shinnok, set to return to reclaim his throne, but this is only going to be in the form of time travel, flashbacks, elder gods, ancient evils, and things of that nature. So I look forward to seeing Shinnok. Now, Kai will be joining Liu Kang And he will also be joining the Great Kung Lao along with Bo Raicho. Guess I just spoiled another member, huh? Along with Bo Raicho at the Wuxi Academy to get ready and prepare for the tournament that's coming and things that are to come in that timeline of events, which is why Liu Kang told the Great Kung Lao that he needed to train him and get him prepared like he was Goku. Now, I am told an Easter egg in the form of meat will be returning for Mortal Kombat 12, where you can go to another character and you can get the meat outfit, but this is something that's more than likely going to be available through challenges or towers or something like that. Now, Reiko is definitely a huge return character, and I was informed that Reiko has the potential to be a boss or a general to whoever the big ancient evil is, which I think is a fantastic opportunity for Reiko, which is why he was featured in the Mortal Kombat movie. They wanted to give him some of that, shine. Now, the person up here we already spoke about, which is Bo Raicho. Next, nobody cares. Bo Raicho. I don't care about him. Next on the list is Kenshi, the blind combat assassin, makes his return to Mortal Kombat 12, and this man is as deadly as ever with these swords, this new power he got, this newfound power he got. And when I tell you his X-ray, or I should say his fatal blow, is one of the craziest things in the game, you are going to enjoy it. Can't wait for you to see it. Now, another returning new character from the 3D era is going to be Li Mei. Li Mei is finally playable, and guess what move she's getting back? She's getting her female Fist of Fury. That move that Stewie Griffin and Lois Lane used to do. Not Lois, but Lois from Family Guy, where you jump in the air and just like punch a whole bunch of fists. So Li Mei was basically intended to be the female version of Liu Kang. You know, Liu Kang got the bicycle kick. Well, she got the bicycle punches, where she jumps in the air and just throw a whole bunch of fists is what she throws. Now, Nitara is definitely returning from Mortal Kombat 12, and my source informed me that she is a very, very unique character about her being a vampire. So that's a lot of things that Ed Boon and the team wanted to play around with, from the blood sucking. Now, Nitara will have a blood sucking ability that will allow you to regenerate health, just like Shang Tsung would. So stay tuned for the Nitara video and what her moveset and things like that will be like. Next character. This character has a pre-order bonus label beside it. Havoc. The chaos. The king of chaos. The creator of chaos. Havoc makes his massive return to Mortal Kombat 12 to cause chaos. Now, remember, the last time we've heard about him is when Geras was sent off to the realm and Havoc was supposed to keep him company. That's the last time we've heard of Havoc or whatever. So I look forward to seeing Havoc. The graphics and the things that they're able to do with this man. Havoc is the most creepiest character on the roster. His intro dialogue is crazy. His design is crazy, and he got some of the most craziest moves in the game. Watch this video back when the game come out and you will thank me. Especially that move where he takes his head off and he rolls it, and it's a brutality. Wait till you see that. Now, the next person on this list is a no-brainer, Houtaro. Where there is chaos, order shall follow, and vice versa. So Houtaro will be returning with his whole order gimmick that he has. And from what I'm told, this is something that will be used to connect him with Liu Kang to help restore order in multiple realms. So that's something to look forward to. This right here has pre-order bonus beside it too, which is none other than Onaga. Onaga returning and being one of the biggest bosses that the game has seen thus far and bringing him back. Now, mind you, there is an ancient evil that's supposed to return. So that's something else we are going to keep in mind. And it's looking like Onaga could possibly be a version of this ancient evil if they decide not to retcon his story. But I did mention in previous videos that a new ancient evil that is completely unrelated to this situation will be returning to take on Liu Kang, because he is a false god. Nobody made you a god. You killed Kronika, you made yourself a god at the end of the day, and I'm pretty sure that goes against the rules of the universe. Now, Shujinko returning is one of the most surprising names on the list that I've heard so far. So Shujinko returning, I would love to see how they're gonna pull that off, because he basically used everybody else's power in the last game that he was in. So that it's very, very interesting to me. Now, the last character I have on the list, don't worry, other characters will be DLC, is Takeda. Takeda will be returning. He is requested by extreme heavy fan demand. Now, characters like Cassie and Jackie are being replaced with Takeda and Kungjin. Those are the two characters that are going to be replacing them. And I just want to tell you this much here. Along with this roster, there will be 3 new fighters. And on top of it being 3 new fighters, there's going to be 3 DLC packs. For what I'm told, we're getting a Fatal female DLC pack. And then we're getting the House of Horrors DLC pack, meaning that there's going to be multiple DLC horror characters and returning horror characters. So you want to keep your eyes open for that. I'm going to speak on that on a completely separate video, due to the fact that Rain and Melina did so good as DLC, and people are okay with guest characters returning from past games. And you will be seeing your boy Freddy Krueger once again. So I wanted to drop that tidbit there. So keep your eyes open. Stay tuned to the channel. If you're watching this video for the first time, make sure to like and subscribe button, which you ride the wave all the way to 10K. And I just want to address something real quick. When April 12th comes, if we don't get a trailer reveal on April 12th, a lot of people keep asking me what I'm going to do. A lot of you think I'm going to run and hide under the bed and cry for the rest of my life. No. If we don't get anything on April the 12th, guess what I'm going to do the next day? I'm going to make another video, and then another one, and then another one, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another one. I'm going to just keep making them. Y'all not going to stop me. You're not going to stop me. We're going to get Mortal Kombat 12 when it's released. Just because something does not happen on the date that it said it was going to happen does not mean it's not going to happen at all. So stay tuned for April the 12th to see what we're going to get. We are going to be getting some Mortal Kombat related news. Hopefully, according to the information that was given, we can get that trailer. But I did tell you guys it's going to be released in the form of a YouTube video, or it's going to release in the form of a Chapter 2 video from the DC's, what is it? Warner Brothers Discovery YouTube page, or whatever it is, kind of like how they did Chapter 1, announcing everything that they had to come. So stay tuned, because by the time they do focus on the gaming section, remember I said this, because I will be coming back to this video. Remember I said this. They're going to be focusing on the gaming and comic book section, which is then going to allow them to showcase everything they have coming up that's video game related, which is going to be dope. So I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about this roster? Now, mind you, the roster is not final until this game is made publicly available for purchase. This roster can change at any given time. So far, I love the roster. It had fantastic characters. It seemed like a full fan service, but I can't wait, and I look forward to reading the comments to hearing what you guys think. What do you think of this roster? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's trash? Sound off in the comment section. Catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.